bonus, and everyone but her likes 50% more cash. But I have an idea. Do you want a princess dress?
Yeah.
How about some cupcakes?
Yeah.
Lollipop?
Yeah.
Do you want an Etch-a-Sketch?
Yeah.
Do you want 50% more cash?
No.
You got talent.
The Capital One Cash Rewards Card with a 50% annual cash bonus. It's the card for people who like more cash.
What are you on it?
Sun damage, age spots, dark marks. They all add up to a less than perfect complexion. But your skin could look...
You can't even tell there was ever a blemish or a dark spot there.
Order Proactive today for only $19.95. And the amazing dark spot corrector is yours. Plus, for a limited time, your shipping is free.
Within the first week of using it, I could tell a difference on just the evenness of my skin tone and getting rid of those dark spots.
Get the dark spot corrector and he's free. Call 1-800-347-9961 because having clear, flawless skin just got easier with Proactive.
As the president reflects on his key decisions, MSNBC looks at what inspires his vision.
Barack Obama making history. Tonight at 10 on MSNBC.
Main challenges over the next week to embrace the plans going forward. But a new RNC ad urges voters to measure the president against his own promises, trying to use his own words against him. Here's a bit of it.
These are the steps. There are plenty of steps we can take right now, to start getting our economy back on track, to help create jobs and grow this economy.
Stephanie Cutter is the president's deputy campaign manager, and she joins me now. Stephanie, good morning.
Good morning.
There's Charlotte, right? Our headquarters here.
From that of the Democrats.
I think the problem for the Republicans is going to be squaring their rhetoric about superpower with their vision of a small government. And the fact is that even in one area where there is a sharp difference over the projected military cuts that the president has announced with the Romney promises to reverse some or all of those cuts, but then he's going to experience what Ronald Reagan went through in the 1980s, where Reagan promised, I will raise defense spending, lower taxes, and balance the budget, and then reverse course in the second term. So how Romney is able to square the math in the foreign policy projections that he makes is going to be very difficult for Republicans.
Susan, I want to give you the last word. If you were to sort of, as we look back, we played a lot of vintage videotape about the president and his foreign policy priorities and promises. You know, where do you score him on sort of making good?
Well, you know, Alice, I think it's really important to note that Obama has proven to be a stronger than expected president on national security and foreign policy, but in many ways, not at all by pursuing the policies that he outlined during the campaign of 2008, where he had a somewhat different agenda of talking with our enemies, for example, you remember that, and global warming. He didn't fulfill some of those promises, but at the same time, he's emerged as a fairly strong leader and has had notable successes, which you'll be hearing a lot about in Charlotte this week. So I think the bottom line is that you have to say it's a surprising turnaround, and you have Democrats for the first time in recent memory really running on a national security platform. It's a big surprise, actually. A big surprise.
For the working men and women.
But with unemployment sky high, the Obama campaign is struggling to answer the question that stopped Jimmy Carter when he was seeking a second term.
Are you better off than you were 4 years ago? Is it easier for you to go and buy things in the stores than it was 4 years ago? Than there was 4 years ago?
Vice President Biden just now...
Folks, let me make something clear. Say it to the press. America is better off today than they left us when they left. You want to know whether we're better off? I got a little bumper sticker for you. Oh, good luck getting waters of
23 million people are out of work.
Always let my frequent bladder urges or the worry my That's why I take care with Vesicare.
Once daily Vesicare.
Vesicare can help control your bladder muscle and is proven to treat overactive
You gotta
bladder
throw it.
with symptoms of frequent urges and leaks day and night. If you have certain stomach or glaucoma problems or trouble emptying your bladder, do not take Vesicare. Vesicare may cause allergic reactions that may be serious. If you experience swelling of the face, lips, throat, or tongue, stop taking Vesicare and get emergency help. Tell your doctor right away if you have severe abdominal pain or become constipated for 3 or more days. Vesicare may cause blurred vision, so use caution while driving or doing unsafe tasks. Common side effects are dry mouth, constipation, and indigestion.
I've worked hard to get to where I am, and I've got better places to go than always. So take charge of your symptoms by talking to your doctor and go to Vesicare.com for a free trial offer.
I love to get in that voting booth and register my opinion. After all the debates, all the newspapers out there, it matters.
Hardball with Chris Matthews, weeknights at 7 on MSNBC.
Fourth.
My belief is you need relief. I don't need relief.
There's a lot of confidence in the Obama camp. Mitt Romney did not get a big bump coming out of his convention. Are they potentially overconfident?
The Obama campaign?
Yeah.
Well, sure, because they still could lose. And we've got unemployment numbers coming, and this is a 50-50 nation. And again, if Governor Romney, strong debates, has...
It's on a flag. There you go. That's what it is. That's what it looked like. Well, that thing was a rope. Yeah, read the box score. It's not going to show you how much fear there was for the first milliseconds of that shot. A little bit of good fortune involved for the location of that ball. 0-1 pitch. Whenever you chopped one foul, Adams has the advantage. No balls, 2 strikes. I'll tell you, look at that ball's turned into 2 outs, and then you look when Kansas City scored 3 runs. And
Oh, terrible coverage.
Came out, the mover over short, and the line drive that somehow evaded Nelly out in right field. It all added up to 3 runs. Adams to the 0-2 pitch. It's fouled away to the left. Had 1 at bat in his career against my dad.
2.
Resulted in a strikeout. He's up there with Brian Pena, the runner at third. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 8th inning. Pitch looped into right field. Long run for
Thing that got everyone. We really have a following.
I have a lot of customers come through.
That's why I always come back.
We are living in a new South today. North Carolina and South Carolina can have an I-85. You have the Carolina Panthers and the Charlotte Bobcats and Atlanta Falcons. All this new South comes because the civil rights movement won. Those drug blockers lost and the Grid Brothers won. We can let them steal our dream.
Drug blockers lose.
Well, they stood in front of doors. Non-mothers marches prevent the mothers and the marches are due all the credit.
Thank you. Reverend Jesse Jackson. Mayor, Your Honor, Anthony Fouts. Mayor Anthony Fouts.
Yes, sir. Welcome to
You are the mayor of this city. Okay. You want to say a word of welcome, and then we'll get back to some of this other stuff.
I want to welcome you, President MSNBC to Charlotte. We're glad to have you. We're going to have a great week.
We have never had a welcome like this, ever. This is better than New York, even. Anyway, Ed, let me ask you about the voter turnout. Are you concerned? This state is really one of the closest. We just saw the numbers there. Within the margin of error.
Yeah, it's going to be close to North Carolina. And the efforts that the Republican legislature in North Carolina are taking to vote away the voter ID laws, through shortening the early voting periods, they haven't worked in North Carolina. We're going to get the phone calls, the door knocks. We're going to get out and vote.
Let me be a little positive and give you a chance. The Reverend Jackson's been through
economic policies who need a safety net. They need food stamps. But the way that the Republicans are presenting this, of course,
Oh,
into the worst fears
big hands.
of the American people. Well, that's not
I didn't
gonna
see
work. People know
juice.
better